Assalamualaikum and good day to my teachers, judges and my fellow friends. Before I start telling you about this one story that is so thrilling, let me introduce myself. My name is LUQMAN and HAKEEM bin Sheikh DAUD. I am 11 years old. My class is 5 Gamilan from Sekolah, Kebangsaan Sungai Gelugur, Penang. My school code is PBA 1009 and my hobby is playing all kind of outdoor sports, mainly badminton, capoeira, cycling and running. I also enjoy reading and exploring mathematics equation in any new methods. My ambition is to become a police officer so that I could protect countries and peoples. Let's have a sneak peek into the author's journey in writing Geronimo Stilton stories. It is a heartwarming story for Miss Elizabetha Maria Dami. In 1990s, Elizabetha found out that she could not have kids. Soon after this, she decided to volunteer in a children's hospital and help sick kids. As she cared for the sick children, Elizabetha decided to write a fiction adventure stories that featured a mouse called Geronimo Stilton as her protagonist. It was that exact time that she encountered with Patch Adam, who was a physician that dresses as a clown to entertain the children in the hospital. He inspired Elizabetha in a very meaningful way. He taught Elizabetha that children need to laugh and get better. The innocent smile that sets the children emotion free allows the children to have healthier life. Eventually, the stories became a famous publishing sensation in Italy and internationally. Since that, Geronimo Stilton's story have been translated into 49 languages and has sold more than 161 million copies all over the world. Isn't that fascinating? In total, there are 76 books published altogether and 4 more that will be releasing soon. Interestingly, I happen to own the first published book on the Geronimo Stilton titled The Lost City of Emerald Isle. This is the book. Sekolah Incorporation are the publisher who publish English version of Geronimo Stilton's book. Scholastic Corporation started to publish this book since February 2004. Among all the 76 books that were produced, I own 8 of the books. This is all of the 8 books I owned. And for our sharing today, I have picked one of the books that interests me the most, titled The Karate Mouse. This book is 4th edition book that was published in 2010 and the price of the book is Ringgit Malaysia 20. This book can be purchased in any local bookstore such as Popular Bookstore or MPH Bookstore. There are a total of 100 pages in this particular book. The main characters in this story is Geronimo Stilton as always, who is a mouse that works as an editor and publisher for the newspaper at Rodents Gazette at New Mouse City, who can be described as a bookworm. Followed by Mr. Bruce Haina that plays the role of Geronimo Stilton's friend who loves extreme sport. Shotita, who is Mr. Bruce Haina's cousin that is a champion for World Karate League. And finally, there is world famous karate teacher Sensei Yamamouse. I am thrilled to share this interesting book with everyone today because this book has a very good motivation that relates to me. The adventure starts on a peaceful morning. Geronimo Stilton was dragged by his friend onto a new sport adventure with Shorty Tao. Geronimo was not expecting it all, but he decided to go along with his friend even though he was reluctant and had no clue what or where they were going. It was total mystery for Geronimo what is coming ahead him. He was getting nervous by the minute. The suspense grew as Haina and Shorty kept on whispering to each other, and they blindfold him till they arrive at Karate Training Center. Only then, Geronimo's friend told him that he will be competing in Karate World Championship. Feeling all gauged up and about to faint, Geronimo was not ready for it, but he had no choice but to go along with Haina and Shorty Tao. Here comes the exciting bit of the story. This was when Geronimo was handled with his gi and belt for the training. If you are wondering what is gi, let me tell you, gi is the official name of the white uniform that is worn by all karate students. It is also comes with a long belt. Hilariously, Geronimo Stilton had no clue how to tie the belt. It has specific way on how to tie the belt. Shotita, who was also at the training center, guided Geronimo Stilton to tie the belt. They then went out onto the tatami. Well, another new word here, right? Yes, this is the rubber mats that covers the floor when karate training takes place. He was introduced to Sensei Yamamouse, who will be training him for the competition. Some very valuable lessons that I have learned from this book is karate is not only a martial arts sport. There's a lot more to it. It teaches you the spirit and philosophy of karate. Karate teaches you want to control own self and respect our opponents. Karate also teaches kindness and respect to other people. That is why they bow each time. Karate is an art that teaches you moral and protects you at the same time. Or these are called dojo ethics. These were the few knowledgeable lessons that I gathered from this story. After some intense training, Geronimo Stilton was ready for the competition. However, he was nervous as a mouse. Trying his best to win the competition, Geronimo Stilton tried to apply a secret move that Sensei Yamamouse taught him. Instead, he was as clumsy as a bear and embarrassed himself. That did not break his spirit, and he continued fighting and eventually won the match. His determination, teamwork, spirit, positive behavior, dealing with anxiety during uncertainty or difficulty situation, and being honest when he needs help has brought him victory. Such lessons could encourage children. Besides learning all the good behavior and values, I gained a lot of knowledge about karate just by reading the story. You would wonder, why would I recommend others to read this book? I would recommend children to read this book because each of the book is full of colorful and inviting artwork. Like this. This is great for keeping young age kids to be focused and grabbing their attention. The author has divided the book into an interesting small chapters which are very direct, but it is interesting and full of adventures. The most fascinating part in this book is also very amusing because each page is full of silly jokes and fun facts. This book has interesting way in introducing new vocabularies that are brought to life with word pictures. These are some of the pages for your viewing. The graphism in actual format aimed to add an emotional meaning in a funny and witty way to the literal meaning of the word. This helps children to catch the meaning in a blink with the valuable result, among the other, and to encourage even reluctant readers to read. I hope by sharing a little about this book, many of the listeners out there were able to get some valuable sharing and would have found a new interesting book to read that will not only increase your reading option but also learn a fun and entertaining way to encourage young kids to read. Thank you for your attention. I really hope you like my video and will choose Geronimo Stilton's book for you to read. Thank you.